throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang Radio Show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
I think that the bill is probably the greatest fiscal con job that's ever been perpetrated on the U.S. public. And I have three reasons for saying that. One is that only about 25% of the bill actually involves hard infrastructure.
That's right. 25%, that's it. You know, we just can't trust Congress at all. You know that the Democrats are also pushing this bill when there's all kinds of garbage in it. It's amazing. This bill is just ridiculous at a time that we just can't afford it. But we're going to go into that a little bit later. It just is sickening. But let's talk about what happened on Sunday and Friday. The jibber-jabbers on Friday are all thrilled. 945,000 jobs, they said. The unemployment dropped from 5.9 to 5.4. Then there was a big follow-up on Sunday morning, all the Sunday shows, all excited. Wow, is our economy booming? What a booming economy. Boy, imagine that, 5.9%. We dropped down unemployment 5.4. That's huge. Just like the infrastructure bill, full of lies. Not true. I don't know why they just can't tell the truth. And you can't separate Wall Street. You can't. From Congress or our politicians. They're tied at the hip. After all, Nancy Pelosi, her net worth went from $40 million to $100 million on Microsoft. Inside information. But let's get back to what happened to jobs number. 945,000 jobs. Everybody was all excited. What are you, nuts? They're telling us how the economy is so strong. That's why this happened. That's a bull-faced lie. You got to be nuts to believe it. Let me tell you why these 945,000 jobs, what they really are. 945,000 people got off their butt and ran back to work. Resuming work. They had to resume work. 28 governors, as you recall, stopped this ridiculous socialist Marxist. You get $600 a week, the supplement unemployment check. $600 if you stay home. No, not just the $300. We're going to give you another $300 on top of the $300, and you can stay home. That's the supplement bill they passed through. 28 governors stopped that. That was in June. That's the reason the numbers were so big, because these people had to get off their butts and get to work. Get to work. And that's why the unemployment rate dropped from 5.9 down to 5.4. They're making it think they're out there creating all these new jobs and people are coming in and getting new jobs. There's no new jobs. There's no new jobs because CEOs are not participating. What I mean by that, there's no business investment to create new jobs. But this is the reason we had the 945,000 jobs on Friday. This is the reason the unemployment dropped from 5.9 to 5.4. Don't believe anything else. The economy is getting worse, not getting better. Not getting better. If the economy is so strong, why is the economy on life support? Nobody ever talks about that. They're printing $6.5 billion a day. $6.5 billion a day. That's life support. Stimulus is life support. Nobody wants to call it that. Wouldn't sound good. But it's life support. Here's the other thing that nobody talked about on Friday or on the Sunday shows as I was throwing my shoe through the TV. Why did they increase the credit avail to consumers, to Main Street, from $21 billion to $38 billion if the economy's so good? Because they're not making money. They're unemployed. So they're printing from $21 billion to $38 billion. So to increase people's borrowing power. At the same time, Wells Fargo and all the other banks are cutting small businesses lines of credit. But they're increasing the credit avail to consumers who have the highest debt in history. The highest debt in history, and they're increasing even more because they don't give a darn if they go broke. They just want to keep pushing money to them. Go spend, keep spending. They don't care about them. They want to create an illusion the economy is growing when it's not. If the economy's so strong, why in the hell are we extending the Rent Protection Act? Yeah, rent protection. Unbelievable. So now they're going to push that right up to Christmas. And then they're going to extend it then. Oh, my God. How can we take people out of their homes, right? Thanksgiving, we can't do that. And Big Mouth is going to be out there on the Capitol Hill steps. Again, I can't think of her name now. AOC, no, the other one. I can't think of her name. I'll get it for you. She was on all weekend long. She's on TV. Troublemaker, Big Mouth. Big Mouth. All she's got is a big mouth. She's out there. I'm fighting for these people. No, she's not. She could care less about you. She doesn't fight for anybody. She fights for herself, like all these people do. But if there's extended rent protection, if we need that, how can you say the economy is booming? If we're printing $6.5 billion a day as life support, how can you say the economy is booming? Because they can just say it. That's why, and everybody believes it. If the economy is doing so well, why is it that Powell is petrified? He has to wear a diaper because every time someone says about, hey, we should raise rates, he needs to wear a diaper. He's so scared. He won't raise it 25 basis points in 13 years. For God's sakes. Just raise it another 25 basis points. All you got to do. No, because he's scared. Because, well, wait, if you're scared, why are you scared if you're saying the economy's so great? See, all of this is to create an illusion of prosperity and economic growth. All this printing of money and extended rent protection and everything else. It's all to mask what's really going on and to create an illusion of prosperity. And that's why, again, they point to the stock market and say the stock market, just look at the stock market and it'll tell you how strong the economy is. The stock market's not the economy. It does not reflect the health of the economy, especially when the stock market is linked to financial engineering, the printing of money for massive stimulus. My God, $6.5 billion a day in stock buybacks. So to artificially boost earnings? So to fraudulently boost stock prices? Without having to add any profits. Don't have to add any profits, no top line sales. Are you kidding me? The economy means production and distribution of goods by business. The stock market represents ownership of those businesses. However, these lower stock prices mean less wealth for business. But I promise you, the stock market does not reflect the health of the economy. I'll be right back. Join my gang free for 10 days. PhilsGang.com. Sign up. It says Working Investor. Be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. We're talking about the infrastructure bill and how it is going to just kill us. It's unbelievable. You know they're going to spend $1 billion in advertising to convince us to recycle. $1 billion. $7 billion in electric charge stations all over the country. Yet,
Only 3% of cars are electric, and most of those cars, about 80% of them, are in California. What are you, nuts? $40 billion on buses in big cities. But they've already received $65 billion in the last COVID bill. Now they want another $40 billion? Boy, it must be nice just to have that printing machine just print it. But before I go on with this, because I don't get too sick, let's talk about what's happening in the market. Let's talk what's happening in the market. If you go back and take a look at, I told you last week, I said, do not invest in big tech stocks right now. Because what was happening is we saw the yields were at 118 basis points, and yet the big tech stocks weren't rallying. They weren't rallying. And I said to everybody at that time, I said, just make sure you watch the Qs, the NASDAQ 100, before you buy, especially Microsoft and Apple, because everybody's addicted to Microsoft and Apple. I said, the Qs, you got to break out and hold, not just break out, 365, but you got to hold it with good volume. Better than average volume. Well, if you take a look at the volume, going back from when I said that on July 4th, I said that on July, I think it was July 19th, July 20th. The volume has been going down, been contracting. And the worst thing to do is buy a stock where the volume is contracting while the stock is increasing. So the Qs, I came back and said, look, and I said this to my members, I said, look, even though the stock is going up, that's dangerous because anytime there's a divergence where your stock is being pushed up but the volume is going down, that means the market makers are pushing it up. It's all fake. It's all fake. The market makers are manipulating the stock to go up, creating even more of a bubble. And I said, so we got to make sure it punches through 370, the Qs, before you buy Microsoft and Apple. And thank God I said that. Because Microsoft has just been going sideways, from going all the way back to July 23rd, around 288, 289. And Apple couldn't break out either. Apple has been decelerating. Apple hit a high of around 150 on July 15th. Today it's at 146 and still contracting. Why can't those two fabulous companies break out and run when yields were so low? Because they're so overpriced and everybody knows it. The big institutional money, the people who are buying these stocks right now, these big tech stocks like those and Tesla, those are people who are what we call our tourist investors. They're Robinhood. People who buy a quarter of a share. And they don't know anything. They don't know anything. Same thing that happened right before the dot-com crash. People came running. They weren't in the dot-coms for a whole year, and they missed the whole rally. Then finally, when it pulled back a little bit, everybody started saying, start buying now. You got to get in, buying the pullback. And they did, and they got killed. That's what's going on now. But I also said to you, they're going to switch. I said, you watch. They're going to rotate the leadership from big tech, which is exhausted and overbought so seriously, so bad. They're going to rotate to the banks. They need to get these banks moving back up. I said, so let's watch the banks. I said, if the banks start going up from 118 and start heading towards 1.25 to 130, those yields start going up. And if the banks start shooting up, then there's going to be a rotation. But one day doesn't make a trend. We have to wait for about 3 days. Once you get, the key is to get it above 130, the 10-year Treasury yield. And I'll check it right now. I think the 10-year Treasury yield, 131 basis points. 131 basis points. Remember, last week was 118 basis points. So what are they doing? They're manipulating. They know that the big tech stocks are so overbought that the owners who take care of the 1 percentile, who make all the money in the market, the 1 percentile, they're protecting them. And they're saying, okay, the Federal Reserve just moves the other lever. It's like a guy sitting in a bulldozer. He's going to pull a left lever to go left, lever to go left, right lever to go right. He's the same thing. He's sitting here with two levers: raise the rates, lower the rates, raise the rates, lower rates. Let's see. We're going to have the big tech stocks rally now. I'm going to lower the yields. We're going to have the big banks go up. I'm going to raise the yields, interest rates. That's what they do. So we're over. What did I say? We're over 130 basis points right now. 131 basis points to be fact. And look at the banks. And my members were in these banks. We made sure they were in the banks. And I always compared for a couple of weeks. I was comparing Amazon with Wells Fargo so they could see the difference. And Wells Fargo was taken off and Amazon laying dead. I had Netflix up against Citigroup. Citigroup took off, Netflix is dead. I posted Google for them against Bank of America. Bank of America is going up, Google's dead. I posted Apple next to Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley is one of our best ones, that and Wells Fargo. Okay, and we had Wells Fargo against Amazon. Wells Fargo took off big. We had Morgan Stanley against Apple. Morgan Stanley took off big. So it's working. But it's not, but again, we need more volume. Volume did pick up, but not enough that we call it a trend. So if you're in these, that's great. You should be. But make sure you don't have too much invested. Make sure you put a stop in. Make sure you join my gang, and they will help you make sure you get out in time. Because 85% of you lose money in the market because you don't know when to get out. You don't know when to add to your position. I'll be right back after this break. More stocks and more of this ridiculous bill that's going to put us into a depression.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. I pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month. philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, welcome back to Phil's Gang. So we're seeing the yields going up. Therefore, the bank stocks are doing well. So you got to make sure which bank stocks you're getting in. Because remember, even though they're going up today and the yields are up, that's great. And also, you're going to be able to buy a few of the healthcare stocks to do well when the yields go up as well. I gave a nice one to my gang today that's doing pretty well. Now, I don't know how long this is going to last, okay? Because the problem we have is what drives the whole stock market are 6 tech companies. You know them all. Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, Google, Amazon, Netflix. They've been driving this market for 13 years. If we took those out, the S&P would collapse. They drive everything. Now, who controls all of this? Who controls all of this? It's controlled by the owners, our owners. And our owners, they don't really care about you. They only care about themselves. They always have, they always will. And they're going to, if they want, again, remember, our owners, whose job is to take care of 1% of our population, and 1% of our population includes the politicians in Washington who make a fortune on tech stocks, like Pelosi went from a 40 million net worth to 100 million net worth. And they're spoiled with these big tech stocks. So how long will the bank stocks keep going? We're not sure, but our charts will tell us. The nice thing about our color-coded chart, we have it where we get an alert, call to action. So as the stock's going up and our color-coded chart's green, all of a sudden it'll switch to yellow. It'll give us an indicator
that money's going to start coming back out of that stock. Isn't that nice? Nobody else has this because I patent this. This is my own charts. Think about that. So you're in a stock, it's going up, you're happy, and all of a sudden, the stock drops on you. You had no warning. Then you call and you ask, what should I do? What should I do? And you say, well, they'll tell you, hold on, everything's fine, hold on. Then it drops again. Then you call again. They convince you to hold again. No. This chart will tell you it's your option. Call to action. Institutions are pulling their money out. When they pull their money out, stock prices go down. It's that simple. You got to make that decision. My members make that decision all day. And every day at 2 o'clock, remember, if you're a member, we tell you exactly what to do with each stock in our portfolio. You're not left alone. You don't have to call. What do you think I should do? We tell you every day. We post it at 2 o'clock. Example.
Goldman Sachs, we added to it on Friday. We're going to keep on holding this one now.
And he'll go on and he'll tell you why we're going to hold it and how much how much he suggests that we should add to it. Where do we put our stop to protect yourself? In a lot of cases, when we get big moves, we'll suggest let's sell into the big rally, take some profits, put them in our pocket, adjust our stops. So you have somebody that's with you all the time. And you can find this is true. I'm not making this up. You get to become a gang member free for 10 days. You get the color-coded chart, you get all the class, you get everything. The beautiful thing about the color-coded chart, the Pro 2, is you don't even have to go to class. A lot of people don't want to learn. They're sick of learning, sick of going to school. I have people tell me that all the time. I don't want to learn. Well, you don't have to. It takes you 2 minutes. 2 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day. Select your stock out of our portfolio, and then it's posted every day. It tells you exactly what to do. But the beautiful thing, not only do you always get out in time, which you won't now, 85% of you never get out in time before correction, but it'll also set your position. You're making money when the market goes down. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. So, now another place that a lot of money is going to be made. A lot of money is going to be made, and I tell my members this all the time. In fact, right now, we are shorting just a little bit, not a lot. If oil drops below, it's right now at 20.62. I said if oil drops below, it's got to drop below about $20. Then oil's going to tank. But the place you're going to make a lot of money, okay, is what we call our COVID-19 stocks. If they decide to manipulate this market, keep this market going to the first of the year because of all these new stimulus packages, because if Biden's going to do even more stimulus packages, can you imagine? He's got another one coming after this $5 trillion. Actually, it's $1 trillion. It's not, it's not really $1 trillion, by the way, for the infrastructure bill. Only 23% of it goes to infrastructure. Bridges, airports, the things we consider as infrastructure. Just 23%. It's unbelievable, isn't it? And we're being lied to every day. The president and his administration is telling us that the bill is fully paid for. That's not true at all. Congress tells us it's paid for. The Democrats in Congress tell us, it's paid for, don't worry about it. No, their own budget office, which is independent, say, no, that's not true. Half is paid for. They have to borrow $256 billion for this bill. And what are they going to do? They're going to raise your taxes. Now, what are they going to? They said there's no raising of taxes for this bill. Oh, yes, there is. They're going to be taxing businesses, and they're going to pick which kind of businesses. And if anything is against green, is oil and energy, they're going to go after the energy people. And they're going to tax the hell out of them, which means energy is going to go up, and they're taxing you. So this is a big lie. You're not getting taxed. People paying less than $400,000, making less than $400,000, they're not going to get taxed. That's a big lie. That's crazy. So, and then there's some crazy stuff that's in this thing. It's unbelievable. They're going to put in 3 years, every car has to have an alcoholic detection device. All cars in 3 years. Do you know that's going to take the price of a car? You know how much it's going to raise that price of a car? It's going to be insane. But here's the real thing. Like Pelosi. He's got a pet project. Schumer. Schumer's got a pet project. He wants to build this new bridge in his neighborhood. Okay, $12 trillion new tunnel that's in his neighborhood where he lives. And that's $12 trillion. $12 trillion he's going to spend for the stupid tunnel. Isn't this crazy? And then he's going to give his other pet project, which is Amtrak, which always loses money. Amtrak just received $70 billion in subsidies in the last COVID bill. In the last COVID, the one after Trump, the first bill after when Biden got into office, he already got $66 million. Now he wants another $70 billion for Amtrak. It's just crazy. And most people think, oh, so what? Doesn't affect me. I had some idiot say that to me the other day at the car wash. It's not going to affect me. He has no idea. He's paying $4 for gasoline. Why? Why do you think he got the $4? But this is crazy stuff that's going on. So it's the same thing as they bragged about, well, people are making $4 an hour now on an annual basis. So what? This kind of stuff and the inflation, are you kidding? You're getting $4 annual. Who cares? It's costing you for food, for God's sakes. Coffee's up 40%. Gasoline's 40%. I mean, everything, just look at anything. Meat, 10%, 15%. Who cares about $4? They're bragging about, whoa, look at this. Annual wages go up 4%. But inflation's a killer. Inflation is a tax. It's a tax. And in this bill, too, remember, they got amnesty for all the illegals, which means you and I are going to be paying the boat for them for free college, free everything for them, because they wanted it as Democrat voters. This is nuts what's going on. When I get back, let's look at some more stocks. Yeah, we can make some money. We're going to have to, right? Join my gang. Phil's Gang, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the PhilsGang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At PhilsGang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And PhilsGang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the PhilsGang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at PhilsGang.com. That's PhilsGang.com. Or give them a call. 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
The unfolding of a market crash. If you don't think the stock market's going to crash, then you got to be nuts. This is going to be one of the biggest crashes ever. Just because they're stimulating the economy, they're plugging money in, keep driving up the debt. No, the market is going to crash. I bring you evidence every Friday on my YouTube channel. I review the week and tell you why we're getting closer to crash, so don't miss it. It's free for everyone. Go to my YouTube channel, Phil's Gang YouTube channel. That's right, go to my YouTube channel. It's free. Every Friday around 6 o'clock Eastern Time, p.m. And every time around 6 o'clock I post it. And it's great because it's free for anybody. And it really it opens your eyes to what's going on. You just don't listen to this fake business news networks and believe them. And it's done in a way that's easy to understand. Not listening to all this fancy talk. It's just straightforward, easy to understand why we keep getting closer to a crash. Now, I tell people that the difference this time than any other crash is that crashes occur when people hit the wall and they have to make a decision. Do I pay my rent or do I pay my student loan? Do I pay my mortgage or do I pay my credit card? That's when they crash. But what's going on is they are printing $6.5 billion a day to give to people, to these programs. So they're getting deeper and deeper in debt. But they're not at a point that they have to make that decision because the government is subsidizing them. So they don't have to make that decision. But the more they get subsidized, what the people don't understand, the economy is imploding. And Main Street economy is really imploding. All it's done is give them a little more life. So you just got to be if you're an investor, you just got to know what stocks to be in, that stocks are going to rally. And right now, you got to pay attention to the yields, the 10-year Treasury yield. And there's all kinds of signals that give you a head up. Besides, when my chart goes from red to yellow, that gives you a call to action. So check it out. It does work. It does work. And you know that really gets me about all this garbage, what they're doing. You know, this all could have been fixed by business investment. Startup businesses. If they took all this money that they're going to give to Schumer for his bridge or his tunnel. And, oh, by the way, all this money that's going to go into, they're going to do internet all around the country. What a bunch of lies that is. You know what that deal is? It's corporate welfare. AT&T donates a ton of money to Schumer and Pelosi. And guess who's going to get those contracts? That's right. And they're going to be way over budget. They're going to, and guess what? All these contracts are going to be chosen. People are going to be chosen. They're going to choose who they're going to give the contracts to. It's not like they're going out for bid. Can you imagine what's going on with this? So all we can think about, we could drive ourselves nuts thinking about this. We've got to think about is making money, because the inflation is going to be horrendous. It is horrendous already. I mean, a car has gone up over 30%, 40% in some cases. Can you imagine? I mean, this inflation is huge. But what their trick is to keep on printing all this money, print all this money. And I just told you, they increased the amount of avail credit to consumers so they can charge even more on their credit cards. This is how they're keeping them alive. Can you imagine? And then once the wealthy, the top 1%, and our owners, they can't stuff money in their pockets or in their shirt. They have no place to stuff money. Their vaults are full of money. Then they're going to pull the bids out. That's the end of it. But you want to be able to know when that's going to happen. You want to be able to anticipate, and you're going to be able to anticipate. If you're my gang member, you're going to anticipate well ahead of time. And not only are you going to make money on the way up until it happens, you're going to make money on the way down called shorting. You just got to know where to be. Now, let me tell you, all they had to do is take all this money and put it into business investment in way of startup businesses. That is the answer to this economic problem we're having. Small business is the solution to a recovery we need. But no, doesn't work that way. Because AOC and her squad, Sanders, the Marxist, and little Marxist, AOC and all her squad, including Pocahontas, Warren, they cannot offer. They can't offer this as a solution. Because if they ever offered startup businesses as a solution to grow this economy and to be strong and business investment, that contradicts their core principles of socialism. And it's going to make their base grumpy. So they always play to their base, the socialists and the Marxists. And that base is who AOC plays to. Sanders, he's the most powerful man in Washington. He controls the purse strings. See, business investment, startup businesses, is what drives new jobs and economic growth, not money printing. Money printing and borrowing and spending is ridiculous. Startup businesses come from middle-class individuals. Unfortunately, our middle class is almost gone. Socialists, Marxists, they want to get rid of the middle class. They want the very, very wealthy, the oligarchs, and everybody else. And they destroyed pretty much the middle class in the last 13 years. See, the middle class always invested their capital in new startup businesses. It drives 72% of all new jobs and economic growth. Not these socialist programs we have now called stimulus bills. And this stimulus bill is 2,700 pages, and I'm going to tell you, your representative, your senator, has not read them, has not read one page. I'll guarantee you that. Haven't even read them. You know why? And they shouldn't be signing this bill. They should not be signing the $1 trillion stimulus bill when only 23% is really stimulus. This is crazy. And it's going to be attached right to the reconciliation bill. We're going to spend 10 to 12 trillion to give to Schumer for his tunnel. There's going to be 66 million in new subsidies going to Amtrak. That's another Schumer deal when they already got 70 billion about 6 months ago. 10 billion to create a civilian climate corps. You know what that is? A civilian climate corps? They can be like policemen. They can. They're. I shouldn't say that. They're protesters. Professional protesters is what they are. 20 billion to advance racial equity and environmental justice. What the hell is that? $170 billion to subsidize the electric vehicle. I'm not going to go through it. You know what it is. It's garbage, all garbage. Even if something in there was good, they turn it bad because it's good, because it's corporate welfare. The electric grid needs to be fixed, but you know all that money is going to go to their cronies. So the only thing we can do is let's just make money. If they're going to keep pushing up this market, now it looks like they're going to push up the banks, be with us with the banks. If they switch over, they want to put the tech stocks back up, we'll know that. They're going to push those back up, and we'll switch back to the tech. And when they both start collapsing, we'll be set up to make money on the way down. I mean, it works. And we're reaching out to you, telling you, look, as long as this market's going up through all the manipulation that they're doing, and they're just what they're doing, the ETA, when this thing's going to arrive, the crash is being extended and the bubble's being blown bigger and bigger. This doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It is. But in the meantime, let's take advantage of them plowing all this money into the market, pushing certain stocks up. But you got to know which stock to get in, which stock to get out. And you don't know that right now. After 10 days, just go to my site, philsgang.com, join my gang. After 10 days and sign up where it says Working Investors, you're going to know. You're going to say, Guy, why didn't I do this before? Why did I do this before? So right now, again, if you're tied to all these tech stocks, please be very, very careful. And don't put a lot of money into Microsoft, Apple, unless the Qs break out through 370 with huge volume. I'll see you on the charts. Remember, help St. Jude, please. Join my gang free for 10 days.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to